Hi, for this video, we're still continuing with grade 11, March 2022 maths paper. So for the previous video, we did question 1.1. For this video, we're doing 1.2. For the next video, we're doing question 2. So yeah, this is how question 1.1 look like. Just go back to the previous video and just go there and see what we did there. But 1.2, we are solving x and y simultaneously, so using simultaneous equations. So I'm going to show you how one would do this. So normally be given two equations, so first equation and second equation. So what you would do is you derive a third equation from one equation, or first equation or second equation, depending on which one is easy. So in this case, the first equation is easy to derive the third equation. So we see with the first equation, you have x plus 6 is equal to 2y. So from here, we can make x a subject of this equation. So by doing that, then you can just take that 6 and put it on your right, and then it's become negative 6. So you have x is equal to 2y minus 6. So that's your third equation. So you have now three equations. So since you have three equations, then you can now take third equation and substitute it in the second equation to get sort of everything is going to be in terms of y now, right? Because where there's x, you're going to put 2y minus 6. So where there's x, you're going to put 2y minus 6. Where there's x, you're going to put 2y minus, where there's x, this x, you're going to put 2y minus 6. And then you solve for y, because the second equation is all going to be in terms of y. So you're going to have, so where there's x, let's just write this down first. X squared plus 2xy is equal to 3y squared. So where there's x, you're going to put 2y minus 6. So you're going to have 2y minus 6 squared. Where there's x, you're going to put 2y minus 6. So you have 2y minus 6, 3y squared. Okay, and then what you would do is, then you need to remove these brackets, right? 2y minus 6 power 2. So the way you would do this is, normally what I would do is, firstly I will square the first term, okay, and then times the two terms. So times the first term with the second term, and then and times the product by 2. So times the first term and second term, and times the product by 2. And then lastly, you square the last term, the second term. So you have square the first term. So the first term is this, 2y, and then the second term is this, x2. Okay, so what you would do is square the first term, so there'll be 4y squared, then times the two terms, so times 2y times negative 6, that's negative 12, and then multiply the negative 12 by 2, so it's going to be negative 24. So negative 24y, and then square the last term. The last term is 36. So square the last term, 6 squared, 36. And then from here, we remove the bracket. So you have 2y times 2y, and then 2y times negative 6. So that's how you remove the bracket. This times that. So there will be 2y times 2y, that's 4y squared. 2y times negative 6, that's negative 12y. This is still stay the same. And then you have, so you can group the like terms and add them. So you have 4y squared plus 4y squared, right? This term and this term are like terms. So you have negative 24y minus 12y. And then you have 36. Oh, geez, you have that 3y there. So we can bring it that side. We can bring it up here. So if you bring that 3y to the left hand side, becomes negative, so you're gonna have negative 3y squared. Okay, and we still have that negative 24y, and then lastly you have plus 36 is equal to 0. Okay, so you've grouped the like terms from there, then we can do the things. So 4y plus 4y, that's 8y squared, and then 4y squared plus 4y squared is 8y squared. And then 8y squared minus 3y squared, that is 5y squared. So you have 5y squared. Okay, minus 24y minus 24y minus 12, that is, yeah. So it's negative 24y. It's not 24y, so negative 24y minus 12y. So that is, let's write it down, 36y, and then plus 36 equal to 0. And then from here, you can use whatever that you want to use, depending how, because this is a quadratic equation, but normally with my videos I teach how to use a quadratic formula if you want to solve a quadratic equation, because it is easy to use this quadratic formula, and I'm teaching my students to actually pass maths, so I don't want to complicate maths more than it is. So easy way to solve a quadratic equation is just to use a quadratic formula. So use a quadratic formula. X is equal to negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So x is equal to minus b. B in this case is negative 36. So it's b minus negative 36 plus or minus 36 squared minus 4. And then a is 5. And then c is 36. So yeah, if you don't know a quadratic formula, please check out my previous videos. I have an entire lecture on what is a quadratic equation and how to use it, but this is how we were using it. And then a is still 5, and then you can just punch this the way it is in your calculator. We can start with a positive, so you have negative 3 negative times negative 36. So we start with plus negative 36 squared minus 4 times 5 times 36 divided by 2 times 5, so you get 6. Or now let's bring in the negative instead of positive, so minus all of that. That's 6 over 5, or 1.2. Okay, so that's your x's. X is 6, x is 1.2. And then we can bring the third equation again. So we have the third equation. Now we can substitute where there's y, you substitute the solution that we have. So you have x is equal to 2y minus 6, right? That's the third equation. So what you're going to do is, now where there's y, let's substitute, sorry, we're solving for, this was wrong, sorry. There's not supposed to be x, it's supposed to be y. Because we're solving for y, not solving for x. So this is wrong. This is y, this is y. I'm sure one of you guys have already saw this mistake. If you did, well done. If you didn't, this is how you always go back and, you know what I mean, don't get confused, right? Don't make these silly mistakes. So if you do make silly mistakes, you need to develop a intuition to actually always recognize your mistakes and quickly solve your mistake as soon as possible. So you have x is equal to y minus 6. So where it is y, you substituted with 6. So 2 times 6 minus 6. So 2 times 6 is 12. 12 minus 6, that's 6. And with 1.5, again, you do the same thing, 1.2. So you have x is equal to 2 y minus 6. So we have 2 times 1.2 minus 6. So 2 times 1.2 minus 6, 2 times 1.2, that is, if a punch and calculate, is 2.4. 2.4 minus 6, that is negative 3.6. So that is your x, negative 3.6. Boom. So that's your solution. Your solution, now you've solved it simultaneous. So solve for x and solve for y simultaneous. This is how you will do it with the simultaneous equation. Awesome.